The Prime Minister announces the toughest restrictions on our way of life in living memory. He tells us all we can only leave our homes for a number of specific and very limited reasons, and the police will enforce.
Hang on, just go into my bedroom.
So your sister there. Damn, be looking fine on lockdown. Hey, zoom me later, yeah? And you can leave the slanky on and all.
Can you not chirp my sister, please?
Can't control the church, bruv. So, haven't heard from you in a while.
Had a lot on.
Last time I saw you was Siobhan's party.
Siobhan's party.
Good party. Let's meet up.
Absolutely not.
You're not actually doing this, bruv.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Self-isolation.
In your face.
You seen Siobhan?
Nah, unlike you, Siobhan understands how viral infections work. What about you? Seen Vicky? He didn't.
We never touched, swear down. Kept 2 meters apart the whole time.
No one meets up with Vicky Cassidy and comes away having had 0 sexual contact.
Didn't say that.
What? How?
Strip tease, fam. Round the back of FIFA ball.
That is the most depressing thing I've ever heard.
So, why have you been replying to my messages?
I don't know. I'm busy.
With?
A little something called the massive global pandemic. Not to mention getting ready for uni.
You know where you want to go yet?
I'm still waiting to hear back from UCL. It's not the end of the world if I don't know. I got an unconditional from Bangor.
Bangor?
Uh-huh.
You're moving to India?
Bangor's in Wales, bruv.
Where's that?
Where's Wales?
When did you hear about this?
Last week.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't want to say anything until I know for certain where I was going. Hey, you're the first person I told. Sorry, I haven't replied. I guess I haven't been myself since
Siobhan's party.
Siobhan's party. Let's play Splatoon.
Splatoon? Controls a jank.
Smash?
Bruv, you ain't no good at Smash.
I thought I was getting better. Now I'm mainly Pikachu.
On Newsflash, you ain't.
About Overcooked 2.
Overcooked 2. Overcooked 2.
What?
You bought Overcooked 2 to play with Siobhan.
So...
Siobhan sees you playing Overcooked 2 with me, or hell breaks loose.
I'm not scared of Siobhan.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. Fuck Siobhan.
Fuck Siobhan.
Yeah, fuck Siobhan. Well, nah, Siobhan will live.
Sonny, unsheath your switch.
I'm unsheathed.
Now, enter my arena.
I'm entering your arena hard and fast.
Now allow me into your save slot.
My save slot is wide open, big boy. There's no one else I want in my save slot right now. Wait a minute. Oh, hear me out. What if we download Overcooked 1? Then I can continue Overcooked 2 with Siobhan, and you and me can still play guilt-free. What? It's the same thing.
What, the same thing? Was Toy Story 3 the same thing as Toy Story 2? Is COVID-19 the same thing as, I don't know, COVID 1 through 18?
Are you
angry? Let me think. First, you ghosted me for 3 weeks. For all I know, you could be coughing in your grave.
Coughing in my grave.
Then, when you do pick up, you casually jump into conversation that you might be moving to India.
Wales.
Same thing. Do you, actually give a toss about me or what?
What?
Did Siobhan's party mean nothing to you?
Will you stop bringing it up?
I feel like I'm going mad here. I feel like the best thing that's ever happened to me happened at that party,
Rick.
and now you weren't even.
Shush.
I think that I'm in love with you.
Don't say stuff like that when I got you on speaker.
Mimi,
No.
well, like nothing's changing. We've got one summer left.
One summer. Don't be ridiculous.
You meet other people.
I won't.
You will. Some Nick who understands viral infections, and when COVID-20 hits, you stay all safe and smug in your separate houses. Meet me, or I'll tell everyone who you are.
You wouldn't.
Siobhan, your sister,
You're out yourself.
we'll go down together.
We're not Thelma and Louise.
I love you.
For what it's worth, I'm glad you think you're in love with me. Feelings very mutual.
Can we still play Overcooked 1?
No, we'll play Overcooked 2. Who's that?
Vicky. She's shopping around too on the striptease. Oh, she's sending some explicit photos.
You're not thinking of going? No, I forbid you. Boris forbids you.
Essential travels, innit?
How is it?
3 weeks of quarantine horn. Trust me, it's essential.
You're making a huge mistake. You're putting yourself and everyone else in danger.
Come stop me then. I'll be in the bus stop in 10.
Orion's belt. Definitely Orion's belt, that one. My gran used to call us that before she went mental. Me and my brother. Them 3 dots, she'd say. Orion's belt. That's us. Me in the middle, and you two, one on each side. Stars that guide my way. Or maybe I'm a rose between 2 thorns. Oh, it's lovely, that. Just hits the spot. A drop of whiskey to warm your cockles, that was another of her sayings. All you need, Tommy, is the night sky and a wee dram. She wasn't Scottish, she was from Blackpool, we all are. She just thought it made her sound cultured, you know, rather than a pisshead. Certainly helps though, on a night like this. A wee dram. He used to come down here all the time. Her, me, and our Ryan. It seemed like bloody miles down the seafront. That's the tower, the pier. That's the guest house, where my mum and dad got done for dealing Class A's. Until the noise of the roller coasters was obliterated by the noise of the sea. "This'll do," she'd say. "Deep breaths, lads. This air'll sort you out." And we'd sit for hours, her pointing out constellations, drinking what we thought was apple juice, while she slipped us Kit Kats that were way past their sell-by date, but tasted fine all the same. She always used to finish with the story of how the stars we see had burnt out years before, and not to take anything for granted because life was short. Me and our Ryan would roll our eyes. But now I can see she had a point. It was my gran that told me. It was weird, but I knew straight off that something was wrong, even before I opened the door. "It's our Ryan," she said. And something inside my chest just burst. "It's our Ryan," she said again. His body had been found in the water. When they pulled him out, it turned out he'd gashed his head on the rocks. He never really stood a chance. An empty bottle of vodka was found on the pier, and according to the police, although he could have fallen, it was more than likely that he... The truth was that he'd been falling for months, with none of us realising, none of us there to catch him. He'd always been the headstrong one, determined not to end up like Mum and Dad. Every night that Mum and Dad left us on our own as kids to go and score, every time they'd had one too many and lost their keys, every morning they were too spaced out to even notice us, our Ryan was there. I remember him, sat there on my bunk, telling me stupid jokes and not to worry about the shouting downstairs. He was the one that got me to school on time, ironed my uniform, told me off for getting pissed when I was 15. And every time Mum and Dad swore it was the last time, promised us it wouldn't happen again, he'd wink at me with a wry smile. And that smile said it all. And he was only 4 years older than me, but it was like he was big brother, father, best mate, all rolled into one. And not once did I stop to think of him. He gave up his own childhood to give me mine. Even after Mum and Dad were arrested, he seemed so upbeat, so positive, sorting out the move to Gran's, telling me it was a big adventure. If ever I caught him looking worried, he'd just ruffle my hair and tell me everything was fine. And his grief, the strain that was put on him, just went unnoticed, got plastered over year after year, until the cracks in the plaster became too much. He'd have been 30 today. And my gran would have been 92 by now. I sprinkled her ashes just down there, near to where our Ryan was found, just past the pier. It's definitely Orion's belt. Sleep tight, you two.
My friends, if you are hearing this recording, it's most probable that I've been found dead. And if it looks like natural causes, it wasn't. I was murdered, killed, assassinated. And I've no doubt that my murderer was Fifi, my cat. I know what you're thinking. Why would my sweet puss Fifi want me dead? I am, after all, the hand that feeds, or rather fed her, gave her treats and scratched her behind her left ear. Oh, she really liked that. Well, before my death, I pondered the same question. She wasn't just my pet. She was my companion and friend. We ate together, slept together, and never missed an episode of Gogglebox. Maybe she still held a grudge over the whole spaying thing. But that was back when she was a kitten. I do still feel guilty about that. It was her body and it should have been her choice. At first, I thought I was imagining things. That shark cat toy was not intended for me to step on. And hadn't the radio always been that close to the bathtub? Then, I tripped over a fishing line that was set at the top of the staircase. By some miracle, I grabbed the banister in time to break what would have certainly been a fatal fall. After that, I suspected that somebody was out to harm me. That's when I saw Fifi, basking in a sunbeam near the door. Something about the way she stretched gave off a sense of disappointment. It was at that moment I knew she wanted me dead. Things escalated after that. Glass in my food, doorknobs attached to live electrical wires, my brakes cut, and every time I narrowly escaped death, Fifi was close by, acting as if she were concerned. But I knew she was masking her anger at failing to kill me. I became terrified to go home after work, wondering what Fifi was plotting next. To think, I used to anticipate leaving work to get home and find Fifi waiting for me. She was all I had. And now she doesn't want me anymore. I'm recording this in hopes that if my body is found, my friends and family will know the truth. But if you value your life, seek not revenge. Fifi'll see it coming for miles. Instead, make sure Fifi finds a nice new home, with somebody who'll slip her a can of tuna every now and then, and scratch that sweet spot behind her ear. Perhaps she'll reflect on what she's done and never murder again. Perhaps